チャンス、シュートモーションで瞬間吸収、タップリフトからのジャンピンターン。はじめまして日本、俺が凪誠士郎だ。ありゃ、自己紹介失敗。マジか。
やりよ。これがブルーロック。
If you've ever watched Blue Lock, there's a good chance Nagi Seishiro made you stop and think, how is this guy so good without even trying? Seriously, the first time you see Nagi play, it almost looks unfair. Everyone else in Blue Lock is screaming, sweating, training like maniacs, and then there's Nagi, casually trapping impossible passes out of the air like it's nothing. No wasted movement, no panic, just complete control. And that's what makes him one of the most dangerous players in the entire series. Nagi doesn't dominate games because he's the loudest player on the pitch or because he runs around non-stop. He dominates because his touch, composure, and understanding of space are on another level. The scary part is that a lot of what makes Nagi special can actually be trained in real life. You might not suddenly become an anime genius overnight, but you can absolutely start developing the same skills and habits that make his game so deadly. So today, we're breaking down exactly how to play like Nagi Seishiro in real life. We're talking about first touch, composure, movement, creativity, confidence, and how to make football look effortless even when the pressure is high. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Nagi is so dangerous, and more importantly, how you can bring parts of his game into your own. The first thing we have to talk about is Nagi's touch, because honestly, that's the foundation of everything. Nagi's first touch in Blue Lock is ridiculous. The guy can trap balls falling from the sky, control difficult passes under pressure, and kill the pace of the ball instantly like it's glued to his foot. And in real football, your first touch changes everything. Think about it. A good first touch gives you more time. It gives you more options. It makes difficult situations feel easy. Meanwhile, a bad first touch immediately puts you under pressure. Most players focus too much on flashy skills and not enough on mastering the basics. But the truth is, the best players in the world make football look easy because their fundamentals are elite. Watch players like Zidane, Berbatov, Neymar, or even Messi. Their first touch is so clean that they always seem calm even in tight spaces. That's exactly what Nagi does. So, if you want to play like him, you need to become obsessed with your touch. And the good news is, you don't need some crazy training setup to improve it. Start simple. Kick the ball against a wall and control it with different parts of your foot. Inside, outside, laces, thigh, chest. Don't just stop the ball. Learn to guide it into space. The goal is to make your first touch automatic so you don't even have to think about it during games. Over time, you'll notice something interesting. The cleaner your touch becomes, the calmer you become as a player. Suddenly, you stop panicking when defenders close you down because you trust your ability to control the ball. That's one of the biggest reasons Nagi looks so relaxed all the time. Another huge part of Nagi's game is composure. This guy never seems rushed. Even when defenders are flying at him, he stays calm like he has all the time in the world. And honestly, this is something a lot of players struggle with. The moment pressure comes, they panic. They rush passes, swing wildly at shots, or lose the ball trying to do too much too quickly. But football is a mental game as much as a physical one. The calmer player usually makes the better decisions. Nagi understands this perfectly. Instead of reacting emotionally, he slows the game down in his mind. That's why his movements feel so smooth. So how do you actually train composure? One of the best ways is to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Play in tight spaces, play one-touch games, train under pressure, force yourself into situations where you have to think quickly without panicking. At first it'll feel chaotic, but eventually your brain adapts. You start realizing that you actually have more time than you think. Another important thing is breathing. This sounds simple, but it matters. A lot of players tense up when pressure comes. Their movements become stiff, their decision-making gets worse. Learning to stay relaxed physically helps you stay relaxed mentally too. Nagi's calmness isn't laziness, it's confidence. He trusts his ability enough to stay composed no matter what's happening around him. Now let's talk about one of the coolest parts of Nagi's game, creativity. One reason fans love him so much is because you genuinely never know what he's going to do next. 1 second he's trapping the ball normally, the next he's pulling off some impossible flick or volley that leaves everyone speechless. But here's the thing people misunderstand about creativity. Creative players aren't just randomly doing tricks all game. Creativity comes from confidence and experimentation. Nagi isn't afraid to try things, and that's something you need to develop too. A lot of players are terrified of making mistakes, so they play safe constantly. Simple pass, safe touch, no risk. But if you never experiment, you never grow. Some of the best moments in football history happened because players were brave enough to try something unexpected. So start adding creativity into your training. Try controlling difficult balls in different ways. Practice flicks, volleys, and awkward touches. Play around with the ball. Have fun with it. One thing Nagi teaches us is that football shouldn't feel robotic. The more comfortable you become with the ball, the more naturally creative you'll become in matches. And trust me, defenders hate unpredictable players. If they can't read what you're about to do, you instantly become more dangerous. Something else that makes Nagi special is his movement off the ball. Now, because his first touch gets so much attention, people sometimes ignore how smart his positioning actually is. Nagi is constantly drifting into dangerous spaces where he can receive the ball comfortably. He doesn't waste energy running aimlessly. His movement is efficient, and this is something that separates smart players from average players. Football isn't only about what you do on the ball. A massive part of the game happens before you even receive it. If you position yourself well, the game becomes easier automatically. So many players make life harder for themselves because they stand in bad positions or wait for the ball instead of actively finding space. Nagi understands spacing really well. He knows when to drift away from defenders, when to check toward the ball, and when to make runs behind the defense. If you want to improve this part of your game, start watching football differently. Don't only watch the player with the ball, watch what players are doing off the ball. Notice how elite attackers constantly scan their surroundings and adjust their positioning, then apply it in your own games. Before receiving the ball, ask yourself, where's the space? Where can I move to make things easier for myself? That small habit alone can completely change how effective you are. Now we need to talk about confidence, because underneath Nagi's relaxed personality is someone who genuinely believes in his ability. Even when he acts bored, there's still this quiet confidence in the way he plays. And confidence in football is huge. Without it, you hesitate, you second guess yourself, you stop trusting your instincts. But when you believe in yourself, everything becomes smoother. You play freer. Your movements become more natural. The important thing to understand is that confidence doesn't magically appear overnight. It comes from repetition. It comes from training. Every time you improve a skill, your confidence grows a little more. That's why consistent practice matters so much. Nagi's confidence comes from knowing what he can do with the ball. So if you want that same feeling, you have to put in the work. Train your weak foot, improve your touch, practice finishing. The more prepared you are, the more confident you'll feel during games. And here's another important thing. Don't let mistakes destroy your confidence. Even elite players lose the ball or miss chances. The difference is they move on quickly. Nagi doesn't spend 5 minutes complaining after making a mistake. He resets mentally and keeps playing. That mindset is incredibly important if you want to improve consistently. One thing that really stands out about Nagi is how effortless he makes football look. But don't confuse effortless with lazy. This is something a lot of people misunderstand. Nagi's style looks smooth because he's incredibly efficient. He doesn't waste unnecessary touches or movements. Everything has a purpose. And honestly, this is one of the biggest lessons you can learn from him. Football becomes much easier when you simplify things. A lot of players try to do way too much. They dribble when they should pass. They sprint unnecessarily. They force difficult plays constantly. But the best players know when to slow things down and keep it simple. Sometimes one clean touch is more effective than 5 fancy skills. Sometimes the smartest move is the easiest one. Nagi understands this balance really well. So next time you play, stop trying to force highlight moments every second. Focus on efficiency. Ask yourself, what's the simplest way to beat this defender? What's the smartest decision here? You'll be surprised how much better you start playing when you stop overcomplicating things. Another underrated part of Nagi's game is adaptability. Throughout Blue Lock, he keeps evolving because he learns how to combine his natural talent with new ideas. At first, he relies heavily on Rio, but over time he becomes more independent and starts discovering his own style. That's important because becoming a better footballer isn't about copying someone perfectly. It's about learning from different players and building your own identity. Maybe you won't have Nagi's insane touch, but you might develop his composure. Maybe you won't pull off anime-level traps, but you can absolutely improve your awareness, movement, and confidence. The goal isn't to become a clone. The goal is to take inspiration and apply it to your own game. That's how real improvement happens. And if you really want to train like Nagi, here are a few habits you should start building immediately. First, spend more time on ball mastery. The more comfortable you are with the ball, the calmer and more creative you'll become. Second, train your first touch constantly because that's the core of Nagi's game. Third, play small-sided matches whenever possible. 5-a-side or futsal is amazing for improving composure and quick thinking because you're constantly under pressure. Fourth, watch football intelligently, study movement, spacing, and body positioning. And finally, allow yourself to enjoy football again. One reason Nagi is such a fun character is because when he truly falls in love with football, his creativity explodes. The best footballers usually play with freedom, not fear. At the end of the day, playing like Nagi Seishiro isn't really about copying anime moves, it's about mastering control. Control of the ball, control of your emotions, control of the pace of the game. Nagi teaches us that football doesn't always have to be chaotic or rushed. Sometimes the calmest player on the pitch is actually the most dangerous one. So the next time you step onto the field, stop trying to force everything. Relax. Trust your touch, stay composed under pressure, play with creativity, and most importantly, enjoy the game. Because when football starts feeling natural instead of stressful, that's when you begin unlocking your true potential. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment which Blue Lock character you want to see next. And remember, talent might get attention, but composure, creativity, and consistency are what truly separate great players from everyone else. So get out there, trust your instincts, and start playing football with the calm confidence of Nagi Seishiro.